Well, summer is officially here, and it is hotter than Satan's toenail outside, at least where we're at in Nashville, Tennessee. It's boiling hot, so now we're gonna start to be wearing fragrances that are bright, fresh, uplifting, appropriate for the summer weather to get you refreshed and smelling great. These are 5 fragrances that I recommend that you check out. Before I hop into this list, I want you guys to know that all of these fragrances are unisex fragrances. Some may lean a bit masculine, some might lean a bit feminine, just dependent upon your taste. But I would consider all these a very comfortable unisex option for the summertime. I don't like to waste any time, so we're gonna hop right into it. At number 5 is Cashmere by L'Orchestre Parfums. This fragrance is amazing. This is one of the newest releases from L'Orchestre Parfum. In this fragrance, you have pear, you have aldehydes, you have some florals, you've got a lot of musks, you've got ambroxan in the base. This is a very ethereal smelling musk kind of a fragrance. You definitely get some of the florals and some of the fresh elements at the top, and then it dries down to that very woody, musky base. There's also cashmere wood in here, which adds a really nice smoothness to that base note. I will say, when I wore this, it kind of had a molecule 01 or 02 effect. If some of you have worn those fragrances and maybe you can't smell them, but everybody else can smell them, that's exactly what happens with this fragrance. I wore it and I could smell it for a couple of hours, but my wife wore it a few days later and I could smell this on her all day long. It was actually filling the kitchen when I walked in to see her. It smelled incredible. So at number 5, it is Cashmere by L'Orchestre Parfum. All right, so coming up next, we have a new brand, at least in our store. It's new to us, and this is Amr Oud's Silver Birch. Silver Birch is one of the best fig fragrances that I have ever smelled. So if you like the note of fig, this is definitely one that you want to check out. This is classified as a woody floral musk. But again, these are all unisex fragrances. So fellas, you hear that word floral, don't shy away. This is definitely, it does maintain a little bit of a masculine edge from the woody, smoky qualities, but I think a woman could pull this off just as well. But the notes, we have fig, we've got mandarin orange, cardamom, there's vetiver and ylang ylang in the base. But this is a gorgeous, juicy, but slightly smoky, woody fig that lasts all day long on the skin. You're gonna get 8 to 10 hours. Maybe your longevity might vary, but I get 8 to 10 hours solid every time that I wear this. And it is such a refreshing, uplifting, juicy fig. But then you can wear it in the day, but you could also wear it in the nighttime, because I think that smoky, woody quality definitely adds some sensuality to this fragrance. So at number 4 is Silver Birch by Amr Oud. Moving right along, at the number 3 spot, we have a fragrance from the company Goldfield & Banks. And if you know Goldfield & Banks, you know they make some summer bangers. They make some summer bangers. But this one in particular is for the highest heat. And I'm talking about Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield & Banks. This is a very unique aquatic fragrance. There is definitely that salty, musky, aquatic leaning bent to this fragrance, but it's also very fresh, it's very uplifting, it's energizing. You have lemon, you've got sage, you have moss, you have geranium and Virginian cedar in this fragrance, and it is just a wonderful unisex offering. I don't think I've showed this to a single person and they've disliked it. It is just a very approachable fragrance. It's not gonna offend anybody. You could go heavy on the trigger and you are not gonna scare anyone away. This is just a very easy to wear summer fragrance, very, very unisex. There's a lot of aromatic qualities in the middle, especially from the sage, from the moss. It has slight green touches, but this is a very smoothed out, aquatic, aromatic kind of a fragrance. This is not gonna be a fragrance where it's very piercing or super sharp. This has all the things about aquatics that I love, that kind of salty aromatic thing, but it's very smoothed out, and one that I recommend that you check out for this summer. This is Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield & Banks. At the number 2 spot, we have the newest release from the company Juicebox. I've been just falling in love with Juicebox recently, and I just reviewed this fragrance on my channel, so go check that out. I will leave a link to that down below or somewhere in the video. But I'm talking about Karaoke Heart by Juicebox. This smells like a summer cocktail in a bottle. It is boozy, it is fruity, it's a little bit woody, it's creamy. This is just a gorgeous, show-stopping summer fragrance. We've got notes of mango, pineapple, lemon, sandalwood, ambroxan, labdanum. There's a lot going on in this fragrance, but it comes together to make a very realistic, juicy, fruity summer cocktail, especially with that addition of the rum, which is a lot more apparent than I thought it was gonna be. So I think that rum mixed with some of the labdanum in the base. I believe there's sandalwood in here. Let me double check. Yes, there's sandalwood in here. I think it makes for an awesome unisex fragrance. I do not think it's too masculine. I don't think it's too feminine. I think it's right down the middle, and one that we have had in our store for a few weeks now, and it's just been going crazy. People are loving this fragrance at first sniff. This got the craziest reaction from Mercedes, my wife. This is one of the greatest reactions I've ever seen from her. She just was blown away by this fragrance, and I'm in agreement. The lasting power, you're gonna get 8 to 10 hours. All Juicebox fragrances, there are no slouches in that line. They're very intense, very potent. People are going to smell you. People are going to ask what you're wearing. This fragrance just has that effect. It's juicy, it's fruity, it's summertime in a bottle. Karaoke Heart by Juicebox at the number 2 spot. All right, drum roll for the number 1 spot. This is a brand new release. It came out June 1st of 2024, so as of the filming of this video, just a few weeks ago. This is from the company Day 3 Fragrances. This is a Scandalo by Day 3. Let's see if you can see that label there. This fragrance blew me away when I first smelled it. Initially, I'd smelled it, got a little sneak peek in the 10% concentration. But this is an extrait de parfum, so there is no issues with performance. It might say eau de parfum right there. Unfortunately, that was a misprint. This is over 25% concentration, so this is an extrait de parfum concentration. Lasts all day. You've got guava, you have sandalwood, you have archinox, vetiver, and there's actually oud in the base of this, but don't let that turn you away. If you're not a fan of the note of oud, fear not, because this is not an oud fragrance whatsoever. The oud is in the base just to kind of give it that touch of woodiness and to kind of bolster the longevity of the fragrance, and man, does it bolster the longevity of the fragrance. I get great performance out of this, and I gotta show you this. Look at this sprayer. You kidding me? It's insane. It's a hose. I might even make this my scent of the day. But this is a juicy, delicious, bright, uplifting guava fragrance. Guava is a pretty rare note in perfumery. That may change over the next year or so. Just with, I think, the success of this fragrance, the way it is done, perfumer Michael Paul crushed this. It is absolutely amazing. So very juicy. You get that juicy guava at the top. As it dries down, you really do pick up on that sandalwood, kind of javanol kind of feel, where it's very bright, slightly floral, woody, creamy. In the base, you do have that oud, but you really don't detect it a whole lot. You just get kind of a woody quality as it dries down. The star of the show is the guava. It just is so bright and so juicy, and something that will be incredible in the high heat, whether it's in the middle of the day when it's 90+ degrees out, or it's in the evening where the temperatures drop. This is a very, I think, sensual and romantic fragrance. and one that people will compliment you on. I think because of the scent profile, the performance, this is one that is going to do really, really well for you in the summertime, and that is why it holds the #1 spot on our list. A Scandalo by Day 3 Fragrances. It's incredible. So that's it. Those are 5 fragrances that I recommend that you check out for summer. A reminder, all of these fragrances are unisex. They can work on a man or a woman, and I highly recommend that you check them out. All of these fragrances that I mentioned are available in our boutique, Refinery Fragrances, in Nashville, Tennessee, and also available online at refineryfragrances.com. If you are looking to sample any of these fragrances, we have 2 milliliter sample sizes available for all of these. So make sure you head over there, check out some of these fragrances, and find your new summer signature. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it would help us out a ton if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit the bell icon for notifications for all future videos. I know you guys know how to do it if you want to follow along, but I always like to, just throw a reminder out there. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get a conversation started down in the comments section, and let me know, have you tried any of these fragrances? Do you own any of them? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I will see you guys soon.